being badass every single day.
Welcome to the Hopefulist, a daily talk show hosted by veteran broadcaster Wendy McClure. Join Wendy each day as she shares her life lessons that transformed her from perpetual pessimist to the ultimate hopefulist. The perfect morning show to get you caught up on the day's top stories while sharing insights that will lead to positive transformation and bring out the hopefulist in you. For more inspiration, visit Hopefulist.com. And now, here's your host and hopefulist, Wendy McClure.
Hello there. Happy Friday. Thank you for joining me for your daily dose of inspiration and positivity. Starting with the quote of the day, your faith must be fierce, fiery, not fooling around. You must believe that everything you desire really is available to you and that you possess all the tools, power, and permission to manifest it. Yes, believe. What you desire is here, waiting for you to claim it. It looks like the South is going to start thawing out. Thank goodness. Boy, oh boy, they need it. Meanwhile, in this area, got a whole lot of sleet here yesterday at the Jersey Shore. Other areas, a whole lot of snow. Yeah, like up to 10 inches in parts of the area. This is insane craziness. I mean, last year and the year before, I don't think we got more than an inch or two. It's like payback time. And then we're going to get a little bit of flurries and potential more freezing rain a little bit throughout the day today. Yeah, everything's iced over here. We are completely iced in, which has been really fun taking the dog up and down the steps. Because she doesn't like to come up the steps on her own on a regular day. Of course, I wouldn't let her come up the steps when they're covered with ice, but she always picks the most inopportune moments. As soon as I got done making my lunch yesterday, standing at the door. Okay, let me put on my boots and my coat and my hat and try to take the dog out while my lunch gets cold. And also in this weather, she just wants to go out all the time. Not because she likes it, because she wants to lick the ice. She just wants to lick the ice. What's wrong with her? Why is she so weird? I don't know what happened to her. I don't know. And then she comes in and shivers for 10 minutes, like I've said before. And she's like, I don't understand why I'm so cold. Yeah, she says that to me. We talk. Today is National Lash Day. Are you going to celebrate? Kate says she just might. She says, maybe I'll put on false lashes today and be super glam for National Lash Day. I wanted to know what your favorite mascara was. And, you know, I don't get into my lashes too much. I wear glasses, which kind of covers my lashes. So I don't really feel the need to go all out with the lashes. But I have used the same mascara mostly my entire life. Very simply, it's one of the best-selling mascaras of all time, Maybelline Great Lash. That's right. It's in the pink and green bottle. You've seen it. You ladies know what I'm talking about. Now, they do have some different brushes now, more than just the ordinary wand. They now have the big wand, which is what I typically try to get. I like the bigger wand. And then they have the little frou-frou wand. It's like kind of like a little puffball that's supposed to separate and make your lashes look fuller, I guess, rather than just longer. I don't know. But I typically get it in black. Now, Marcy says Maybelline Lash Sensational Full Fan Effect in the blackest black. Kate went on to say that she's currently using Hourglass Unlocked. It's a tubing mascara and doesn't smudge. Otherwise, at the drugstore. Corinne says, no, I always poke myself in the eye, so I gave up on it. Not that hard. not very coordinated myself. So I feel like if I can do it without poking myself in the eye, I have much more trouble with eyeliner than I do with mascara. Lynn says Arbonne speak volumes. I'm assuming that's the entire name of it. Diane says CoverGirl Lash Blaster. A lot of drugstore stuff here. Now Deborah says Unique Moonstruck Epic Twisted Mascara. That is a mouthful. She says it's perfect for my Rodan & Fields Lash Boost lashes. My niece is currently using the Lash Boost system from Rodan & Fields. I have to check in with her to see how she is liking it. So I had a friend of mine at a little book club gathering. We had a theme one year, last year, before. In fact, I think this was one of my last gatherings before COVID hit, where we were doing like an Oscar theme, and she wore these huge fake lashes. I have never put a fake lash on my eyelid in my life. I wouldn't know how to do it. I'm not really interested in it. I don't know. I know they can look really great, but man, that stuff scares me. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. And then she ripped it off right in front of me. She's like, because I joked. I was like, I'm going to pull that right off. And then later she's like, do you want to pull it off? I'm like, good God, no. I was kidding. I want to touch it. She's like, oh, I'll take it off. Peeled it right off. Nope. It's kind of the same way I feel about the ring in the eyebrow. It just creeps me out. I don't like it. I don't like looking at it. Don't make me do it. Moving on to the topic of the day. I thought maybe for this Friday we would talk a little bit about badassery. Yeah, that's right. Badassery and how you can be that every single day. One of my many Jen Sincero books. There is one specifically dedicated to being a badass every day. And I wanted to read the introduction to this book. This really is a great book. It's a small book. It's quick reads. You can read 1 or 2 passages a day. You can sit down and read them all like I did and then make a million Post-its. But definitely go back and reread this one. The introduction goes like this. If you've ever read a book that felt like it was written just for you, or listened to a talk that blew your mind wide open, or hung out with brilliant, big-thinking, butt-kicking folk who made you feel like you could do anything, then you know how quickly you can get inspired to transform your reality, how effortlessly you can grasp the scope of your own mightiness, how easily you can become drunk with possibility. You also know you can slide down into inertia and doubt just as easily. Okay, even more easily. Sometimes mere minutes or hours after you walk out of the life-changing seminar, put down the book, kiss your butt-kicking friends goodbye. The blinders of your present reality can start to block out the greatness you glimpsed for yourself. Before you know it, all your familiar excuses have shuffled back in and resumed their perches, planting their heavy, defiant bodies squarely in the way of your hopes and dreams. Sometimes you make the hell-bent for glory decisions to keep that meteoric momentum going strong, and you do whatever it takes to change your life, making your old excuses feel suddenly awkward and embarrassed and desperate to find any reason to leave the room. The excellent thing about living as a human being on planet Earth is you have the almighty power of choice, which means you get to choose between achieving success and giving up. And the excellent thing about success is that it always comes down to one simple thing: the decision to keep going until you've reached your goal. Anyone can get excited about a great idea, but to stick with it all the way through to fruition is a whole other banana. That's right, banana. Success requires commitment, motivation, focus, a sense of purpose, and courage. And it requires that you continually strengthen these muscles so you meet each new challenge with a big old can of get the crap out of my way. It's not what she said. I paraphrased. Strengthening these muscles of badassery is where something I like to call the spiritual gym comes in. As we travel the winding road to greatness, we've got to have some sort of workout routine to keep motivation strong, to keep our belief in the near impossible unwavering, and our focus firm. Because muscles don't stay strong all by themselves. You don't go to the regular gym, for example, get in shape and then act like, all righty, that was great. Thanks for the help with my awesome new bod. See ya. No, of course not. You have to keep working out on a regular basis. You have to keep pushing yourself past your comfort zone if you want to stay strong. So, going to the spiritual gym involves any combination of the following. Are you listening? Do you have your listening ears on? Here we go. Studying self-help books, unearthing your limiting thoughts and beliefs, and doing the work to get over your blocks, even if the work includes stuff like cooing, "You amaze me," into the mirror each morning, or singing a love song to your shadow self. You must be willing to do whatever it takes, no matter how excruciating. Meditating, listening to powerful speakers, journaling, making gratitude lists that leave you sobbingly aware of what a miracle your life is. Reading biographies of people who inspire the crap out of you. Exercising. Yes, it is important to your mental health. Listening to music that makes you feel like an invincible pillar of joy, strength, and don't mind if I do. Saying affirmations over and over and over until they become your truth. Making a vision board and staring at it all of the time. And smartening yourself. That's right. Breathing slowly, intentionally, deeply sucking in the good, fully breathing out the bad. Writing down your manifesto and visualizing yourself in your new life to the point where you can feel it, taste it, own it, get all choked up and grateful for it. Success isn't static. It's not one place. You don't arrive at success, crack open a beer, and call it a day. Success is a way of being and adapting and growing that gets easier the more you practice. That's right, it does get easier. If you want to be a successful person and stay a successful person, you're going to want to always have some sort of spiritual gym workout in place. And if you're going to want to be especially diligent about your workout when you're cranking away toward achieving a specific goal. So, before you read the rest of this book, again, You're a Badass Every Day by Jen Sincero, put together some kind of spiritual gym routine. Get specific about which practices make you feel like you could bench press a gorilla and make them a non-negotiable part of every single solitary day with no exceptions. Which song or playlist will you listen to every day? Which book or books will you read every morning and for how long? Will you meditate? For how long and where? You are authorized to wing it. You are unauthorized, that is, to wing it each day. It's not allowed. Unauthorized. Meh, meh. Get the specifics of your routine in place so you can commit to it without a bunch of fumbling around and indecision and trying to remember where you left your yoga pants. I recommend keeping your workout short so you don't get overwhelmed, ideally 15 to 30 minutes per day, first thing in the morning if possible, and get this book. You Are a Badass Every Day. Jen Sincero. It is a cute, adorable little book, and it's got some of my absolute absolute favorite sayings in the whole wide world. In fact, I know one of them is right in the front, and I'm going to read it to you real quick because there's little bits of goodness all through this book. Here is one of my favorite quotes throughout the book. If you run from your fears, they will follow you. If you run straight at your fears, they will get the hell out of your way. Fears hate it when you do that. Think of fear that way. Fear hates when you run right at it. So, of course, that's exactly what you must do. If you like today's or any of my episodes here on the podcast, please hit the subscribe button. Go ahead, do it. And for goodness sake, tell your friends. Share a screenshot of my post. I will be your forever badass friend if you do. Have a great weekend. Be safe in whatever you do. And, of course, show off all your badassery. I'm always here cheering you on.
Thank you for listening to The Hopefulist, hosted by Wendy McClure. For more inspiration, please visit Hopefulist.com. Thanks, and we'll see you tomorrow on The Hopefulist.
You go with your badass self.